Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ecamm Network News and Entertainment, where you stay up to date on what's happening in the world of Ecamm Live and live streaming.
And learn helpful video production tips and tricks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ecamm Network News. My name is Anna Heed.
And I'm Fuljens. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Today, we have an incredible show for you. We're going to be talking about what's coming up in the Ecamm Live YouTube channel.
And also coming up, the upcoming Ecamm's Leap into Live Streaming Bootcamp.
Right, and we also have some great giveaways.
Yes, and we have our very special guest, John Inspirian, LinkedIn expert.
Yes, he's going to be sharing a lot of great tips on how to optimize our LinkedIn profile to make it work for us, and way more tips. It is a pre-recorded segment though, but lots of great information. All right, Fuljens Henry, we have a great Monday.
Yes,
A packed Monday. Hope all of you had an amazing weekend. We did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, so before we deliver this incredible content, let's see who is in the comments.
Yes. We said hello to Tom Morris. Hello. Parker Jennings. Mr. Moderator. Paul Duncan. David Hunt is here. Michael Hill.
Michael
is
Hill,
here.
hello.
Shalom, Rabbi David Paskin. And yes, I am using Soul Glow. Just let my soul glow. Yes, thank you, Dan. Welcome back, Tatiana. Congratulations on your new mic.
Congratulations, Tatiana. That was incredible. Hope you had a great vacation. Dr.
Yes.
Omar.
Hello, and Gretchen is here.
Yes, Gretchen, what's going on? All right, everyone. So we're going to start up with some hot news. I'm pretty sure some of you have already heard about it, but just in case you have not, Apple just released the latest M2 MacBook Pro, and here it is.
Yes, this was reported live by Doc Rock himself. This is the 13-inch M2 MacBook Pro starting at $1,299, which is pretty awesome. It's also available on apple.com right here for purchasing.
Yeah, let's go back to that post from Mr. Doc. So he makes sure that you know that yes, 16 gigabytes is my minimum recommendation. Go sell 200 worth of your oldest tech and don't skip this upgrade. That is straight from Doc.
Also says, go wash cars, babysit some kids, flip a quarter, whatever. Don't skip this part.
Just do what you gotta do.
Just do what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
To upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you are going to do, right? You're going to sell some equipment to be able to upgrade.
Yes, I am.
Right? Yeah. So that's what it is that we have to do.
Yeah.
And you're going to do some lawn mowing and all of that, right? Like snow plowing.
Snow plowing.
Snow plowing. That's what he's doing. Yeah. To get some money, right? So who is excited about it, or who just purchased, a laptop at the end of December, and now it's like, oh my God, because Apple usually releases this early?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's usually the end of the year or something like that. But yeah, there we go. Oh, thank you, Paul, for putting Doc's drips and tips. Is that
Drips
for real?
and tips.
Yes. I love it. And something else that Doc also mentioned in the community, everyone, for those of you who submit a ticket to tech support, there's a helpful list that you should fill out before you so you can send along with your ticket. And also when you post in the community. Fuljens?
Yes. And it's a very detailed list. And if anything that doesn't pertain to you, or if you see something that's missing, feel free to add that to your list too, and keep it in your notes and copy and paste it whenever you're posting in the community or sending something to support. So for example, Doc is sharing, include your Ecamm version, which is very important. The machine that you have, the RAM, your network, your audio, your video. Be very detailed and very specific about what you're using with Ecamm so you can get the most efficient support possible.
Yeah, and for some of you, it might seem like, oh, this is a lot of information for me to add, but it is helpful information because you never know where the conflict is in all of those. I mean, there are a lot of point of failures in our equipment. So we don't know what it is. We don't know if we downloaded a simple overlay that is actually not talking well with Ecamm Live, and it's not actually Ecamm Live's fault, or your memory is being used by another. There are a lot of things. So by having this filled out, it gives the tech support a great start to help you out, resolve it quicker.
Yeah. And they're going to ask you those questions anyway. So it's good to have
Exactly,
them.
right.
It's good to have them
Yeah,
there.
but you know what? When I was in tech support, some of my customers will get, because what it is like we go into tech support with this problem, and to us it's a huge problem, right? I want this fixed, and we go anxious and things like that. So sometimes we get impatient. It's like, why are you asking me all of these questions? This is not related. But it is related. There's a reason why we're asking these questions, right?
Yep.
So having all of that there is just, great. And
Yep.
plus, you will have a list of what you have.
Absolutely. There you go.
Right? That's great. Okay, so Tom Murray says the M2 hustle is on.
Yes.
I mean, can you imagine how much, if the N1 works so great, can you imagine the M2?
It's awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
It's awesome. Especially now with the updates to Ecamm. Ecamm is becoming more of a M1, M2 powerhouse. So it's definitely worth the upgrade. Like Doc says, don't skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm next.
You are. Yeah, because right now I have an M1 and Fuljens has a what? An Intel?
Intel.
And yeah, he sometimes are like, your M1 would do this. But okay. What is it? What are we saying? This is breaking news, Michael Hill. What's going on?
Notice Anna had an uppercase in the lower third. Is this new for 2023? Now, no. Because, and watch out, because the moderators are here listening to you, Michael. Be careful with that, because in the lower third, Anna's name is only spelled with capital A, capital N, capital A, or lowercase a, lowercase n, lowercase a. If I had the police sound effect for you, you would get one. So be careful.
Spoken by Fuljens Henry. Hello, Kevin Cox.
What's up, Kevin?
Like sometimes you get like a little, like the heart skips a bit. It does a bit. That's what happened to me right now when you said that, Michael Hill. Okay, we're back. So let's talk about what's going on what's coming up in the YouTube channel. Some great stuff coming up, starting with The Flow.
Yes. Hold on a second here.
It's going to be with Katie and Doc, and they are talking about this. You know what? I love how Katie is so detailed with her shows, because she writes them out she has 3 weeks. So if you guys want to know what's coming up in The Flow, you could go ahead and look at all of them. But for this episode, The Flow, Katie and Doc are doing a deep dive into the podcast host Captivate. What is Captivate?
What are the features? How do you get started with a podcast host like Captivate?
And
much more.
We also have Luria. Luria is coming. How you can make money from one viewer. And that is on Thursday, January 19th at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
It is going to be a special live video interview. Katie is chatting with Luria and from Live Streaming Pro about how you can make money from just one
viewer. Yes, and if you want to dive deeper, register for Live Streaming Pro's Accelerator Program. Doors open January 18th. That's in 2 days.
And coming up is Building Blocks on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be
creating custom transitions. And this is part 2.
Yeah.
Of our series. It's going to be fun.
Right. And Ecamm Live Demo.
With Doc Rock at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Immediately followed by Ecamm Affiliates Training at 3:15. And let's not forget the creator experience. DJ Strick is bringing on the OG co-host of the stream show, Brent Collins. That's this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and just like if you're a content creator looking for inspiration, he says, look no farther. So that's on Sunday. there's some great stuff coming up.
Yes.
YouTube channel, some great stuff.
What's up,
So,
Michelle?
Hello, Michelle. And speaking of great stuff coming up, Leap into Live Selling, everyone, is coming up. And there's a call for speakers. So if you're interested in speaking at this incredible, you have live selling experience, send an email at marketing@ecamm.com. Send a marketing@ecamm.com to be considered
Yes.
for that. Last
Yes.
year it was the quality of the speakers it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so much that was packed in there, some great information. So this live selling is going to be incredible. And 2023 actually has been called the year of a live selling.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this, because oh man, live selling, it's just all over the place. It's not just Amazon and just like the usuals, right? There's so much. And even, broadcasting platforms, they're incorporating live selling into their platforms, and it's just there's so much going on with that.
Yeah. And that is it is incredible. And there's also I was reading, to that. So get your skills up to date, keep researching the market so that you can stay up to date on what's happening. And obviously here on ENN, you get all of that stuff. But do you know that content creators, the content marketers, make an average of $95,000 a year? An average of that, with the maximum being almost 300K, right? And there are so many classes out there. They're free, right? So it's not like, oh my gosh, you're gonna take this class and then you're gonna apply. You have to show your experience. I'm sure of that. But starting out, Google has some great free courses that you can start and you can start learning. There are other courses offered by universities as well that you can take them, and sometimes they're free. So the knowledge will be free, and then to take the certification, obviously you will have to pay for it. It's not something that you have to do, but if you do want to update your CV, this will be a great choice for you.
Absolutely.
But content marketers, look at this. Let's put that up so that we can take a look at it. And it has been increasing, everyone.
It went up, yeah. So in 2020, it was a little under 80,000, and now in 2023, it's at 95.
Yeah, and they did. They showed how they did this. I loved what they did. So if you scroll all the way up, they break down how it is that how many were surveyed, and how they explain the entire study.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah. I love this little annotation. One person reported making $1,150,000 with less than 3 years of experience. That would be awesome. We assume this number included an extra 0 and changed it to 115,000.
This is probably Gary V. Probably Gary V filled out that. But there's some great, there's some great information there if you would like to read the entire report. We're gonna add the link in the comments. Paul, sorry for not sending you the link, our bad, but we're gonna add it to the comments so that you can go ahead and read it. There's some great information there, as well as some links on where you can continue to, if you want to up your skills in content marketing, you can go and check those out as well. So the link is in the comment right now.
Yes.
So let's see. Are we good with the comments?
Anthony
Hi,
is
Anthony.
here. What's going on? Good to see you here.
Michael has been
says,
schooled.
been schooled. This is what Fuljens getting protective looks like.
He wasn't being protected. He was trying to save his little butt, right? Because he's like, oh, what? I wrote capital A?
Just telling people to be careful. Just be careful out there when it comes to the spelling.
Yeah, of course, yeah, and that's what it is. They detailed it. They detailed it very, very nicely in there, and it was pretty good. It was in par with one of my friends, local friends, is looking for a director of content, and the starting salary is 90K. So it's pretty close to what the study says.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty good. So, okay, so let's talk about Barely Secret. Everyone, wait a second. What will you guys do if you're quietly, on a nice summer night. No, actually, like a chill night, but you're out there just enjoying a nice cup of tea, and you hear some ruffling underneath your porch. And you're like, what is that? It's probably a raccoon. But then your dog is not barking. Your dog is actually scared. What could that be? So guess what? What was it, Fulgence? You guys want to know where it was?
A Connecticut family finds a bear hibernating under their deck.
I that is right. Like I don't know what I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. And when they called animal control, what's animal control are they called?
The family told CNN that they reached out to the Connection Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. Deep. But why is it called Deep? Connecticut Department. Okay, Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. And the agency told them that it was likely a male black bear that can be left alone until hibernation is over. And they plan on doing that.
They have been taking TikToks and updating their followers of how Mr. Bear is doing. So for those of you, we're gonna play it real quick, but I wouldn't do it. I would say to the Deep Department to please come and get Mr. Male Bear, and they can put it underneath their porch.
Come get your boy.
Yeah, come get him and put him underneath your porch. But it is on TikTok, it's trending, and they're giving updates. And that channel has grown. Their channel has grown for Mr. Bear. So you ready to play the little bear?
Where can we find that?
TikTok thing. Okay, it was fun hibernating on the deck. There it is.
Hold on. It's just showing the link again. Is this it? No.
It's on TikTok. Yep.
All right. Hold on a sec. Oh my God. Look at that one more time.
No, right? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But look at this. They got that content right, and now they have tons of followers.
Yeah, that's at 3.3 million views.
Yeah, and that is how. I mean, I see like somebody they want to know what happened. People are looking for. I want to say that they might be looking for a tragedy.
Gretchen says, "Lucky family, Anna, grab your camera, of course."
Listen, nope. I will stay inside. I don't think I will mess with that. Yeah.
We like to stop and say welcome to Tim Johnson, who is new to Ecamm.
Hey.
Welcome, Tim. Tim says, new to Ecamm, the software is amazing, very cool community here, and hope to contribute soon. You already have. Welcome to the Ecamm Fam. And Paul has been giving you some great onboarding. From here, moving forward, you are in good hands.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, back to the story. This developing story here.
Yeah.
This is a big bunch of nope, not going on in my backyard.
No.
Oh, bear. Bruh, it's time to move. Yes.
Oh, great titles, right?
Box the bear and ship it to Gretchen.
I mean,
Kevin Cox is saying out of the country. Just leave.
and they reported. Oh no, that the dog was being scared and shy. I'm like, no wonder, right? Whereas the dog is like, I'm not making a sound. I mean, oh my God. Incredible. So we are almost about to show you the incredible pre-recorded segment that we did with an amazing instructor author. His name is John Asperian, and he was gracious enough to share some best practices for LinkedIn. He shares some information about those who are coming from Twitter and what they should expect in the platform. He also shares how to optimize our LinkedIn profile to make it work for us,
Yeah.
as well as other tips. So you're going to enjoy this incredible information from John. And here is, let us give you this incredible, because he has such a great bio. All right, so John Asperian is the relentless, helpful LinkedIn nerd and author of Content DNA. He leads the Espresso community for ethical small business owners who want better online visibility and best practice advice for LinkedIn.
John's LinkedIn services include one on one consultations, profile rewrites, and private training sessions for corporations and membership organizations.
John also created a self directed online training course called the LinkedIn Leaders Playbook, which contains all his best practice tips on how to build an effective presence on the world number one business network platform, LinkedIn. Everyone, this is incredible. You're going to enjoy. Any questions that you have, you can write it in the comments, but you can also, you will see John gave all his contact information, and he says contact him with any questions. He is an incredible help. So enjoy the segment. After the segment, we'll come back. So please stay tuned. Here we go.
Thank you
Welcome
very
to
much
the
for having me. It's a
show.
pleasure.
Yes, yes. 2023. So many things have happened, especially the Twitter happenings. And a lot of those users are coming into LinkedIn. So, what can we expect, or what is the advice you will give to those who are coming into
Yeah.
the platform?
This transition has been happening for a while, but it's been accelerated with recent stuff happening with Twitter. I think LinkedIn is a very different platform. Posts tend to have a much longer shelf life on LinkedIn. So with Twitter, if your tweet doesn't blow up within 10 or 15 minutes, it's probably dead forever. And you might post 10, 15, 20 times a day if you want to be really active. On LinkedIn, it's probably best to post maybe only once a day, and those posts can sometimes pick up traction after 2 or 3 days. Schedule posts on the platform and tag people in and do all sorts of good stuff with that. So that's only just been released. And I think LinkedIn is going to keep growing, and it's not going anywhere, unlike Twitter, possibly.
Right. And we jumped right into the hot breaking news, right? So that you guys know what's going on LinkedIn. And if you are transferring, what you're one of those who are, transitioning to LinkedIn, now you know what to do and what to expect in terms of content, and what, when you post, kind of be, I think is a little bit better in a way compared to Twitter, because the content does live longer on LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, not only that, I think the nature of the discussions are much more respectful on LinkedIn because you can't be anonymous. Things
All
get tied
right.
back to your email address, they get tied back to your phone number. And yes, there are some fake accounts. There are with every platform, but with LinkedIn, it's really a much more respectful place, a professional business place to be. And therefore, I have all of my fulfilling conversations there. And LinkedIn really likes in depth comments. So, whereas on Twitter, if you retweet something, that's a really strong show of support for that piece of content. On LinkedIn, the equivalent is leaving a long comment on someone else's post. It's a great way of being visible. It's a great way of showcasing your professional skills and showing some personal skills at the same time. And it's the best way of going viral, is to attract lots of meaningful comments on your
Mm-hmm.
content. So optimize your content for conversation, not just for sharing, but for conversation.
Yeah, and on that same topic, when we share a post, reshare a post, does it work better if we add to that post, or just sharing without any personalization?
In truth, the better thing to do would be to just either create a completely new post that riffs on the original and honors the original by mentioning it, or by leaving an in depth comment on the original. Just resharing isn't great, and just clicking the repost button, so adding no thoughts at all, is It's probably the worst thing you can do in terms of visibility. The ideal combination for me is to leave a long, meaningful comment and then to add a reaction and maybe to do some sharing behind the scenes, like DMing people who you think might be interested in a piece of content. But just hitting the share button is lazy, and that kind of action tends not to get great results on LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. Okay, so let's move to profile. I mean, when a lead or someone who's interested in us visits our profile,
Mhm.
what should show first? What kind of things should we have there to make our profile work for us?
Okay, so there's all sorts of things, but the most important thing to optimize is your headline, the professional headline that sits beneath your name, and specifically the first 40 characters of that headline, because that piece of text follows you all around LinkedIn. In every screen, you see your name, your photo, and your professional headline. And because 70% of all sessions on LinkedIn now happen on the mobile app, there's only space for the first 40 characters to show up. So what you say in those 40 characters will determine whether someone says, that looks interesting. I'm going to click through and find out more about this person. Once you've got them on your profile, that's where you can hit them with other things like a profile video, the
Mm,
30-second clip that sits behind your profile photo. You can hit them with a really good profile photo and a banner at the top, and then a well optimized about statement, the thing that really says, this is me. This is my value proposition. These are the people I work with. This is how much it costs. Here's what an engagement with me looks like. Get in touch. You've got 2,600 characters in that about statement to really put yourself front and center in people's minds. And the one other thing I would say everyone should do is to fill in the featured section, which is like a carousel of visual components that sit near the top of the screen. Anything that's got your face in it, that shows you in action delivering your product or service, something that piques people's interest so that they know exactly what you're all about, and anything that will help you start a conversation. All of these things are really good in optimizing your profile. And your profile is somewhere that where it's kind of okay to be a little bit salesy. I always say that your content tells and your profile sells. So
mm,
once you've got them with really valuable content and comments, you get them to click through with a good headline. That's where you can say black and white, this is what I offer. This is how much it costs. This is what an engagement looks like. This is what my flagship service is. Here's my email address. Here's my phone number. Book a call. You can do all of that stuff because people have expressed some kind of interest in you at that point.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Do you have any questions?
So we mentioned that the current process for LinkedIn posts is long, meaningful content, right? Do you foresee any changes to that procedure moving forward with LinkedIn, or is that going to be the way to go moving forward in years to come?
In some respects, I see a change because everyone at the moment is talking about AI generated content. And I think I'm trying to rail against that. And I'm saying that the way to buffer your personal brand, the way to protect yourself from the rise of that AI generated content is to do the things that the robots can't do. So appearing more on video, doing creative things with visuals, those are areas that AI hasn't yet broken into properly.
Mm,
Whereas AI could write a post that could look human, or it can even write comments that can look human. It can't do the video piece. So if you've got any way of getting yourself on camera, that is the way to show your humanity and show some relatability and start conversation. So my goal for this year is to be even more visible on video. I already create a lot, but I'm going to try and double down on that even more because the robots can't replace that yet.
oof, that is the great. You know what, John? Yes, that is a great point because a lot of creators are worried about. As you have seen, there are a lot of controversy whether AI is going to replace creators and all of these thoughts. But there's in video. I mean, videos where it's at in a lot of ways. So incorporating more videos in shorts on LinkedIn. Yes, John, thank you for that.
Yeah. Interesting that you say about shorts. The rise in content creators on this platform increasingly over the last 18 months has meant that the optimal average time for LinkedIn videos has been coming down and down and down. It used to be a couple of minutes. Now we're probably in the 30 to 60-second zone.
Mhm.
So that the same things that you would say to a YouTube Shorts creator or a TikTok creator, get your message in the first 3 seconds, you know, be punchy with your delivery, get to the point, no fluff, and crack on with it. And now LinkedIn thankfully has got an automatic captioning feature that's finally rolled out, which means that if technology was a barrier to you before and you didn't know how to do your captions, LinkedIn can now do them for you, and it's pretty good at doing that. It's using a Microsoft tool to generate these. So the barrier to entry with video is as low as it's ever been, and I think that will be a good way of protecting yourself and your personal brand in the future.
Yes, I mean, and with tools like Ecamm Live, I mean, come on, right? It's like it will make it even easier for you to create your videos and make them look super professional, right? So this is great, great question, Mr. Fulgence. So another okay, so when people think about LinkedIn, they're like, okay, it's a business place where I can get leads and I can generate leads and I'm gonna fill my funnel and oh my gosh, this is all great. And they have been applying some tools such as LinkedIn Scrubber, right? What do you think about tools like that extracts information from LinkedIn contacts or in general?
I think I think if your LinkedIn account is important to you, then you should use only the ethical allowed tools, which basically is no third party tools. For things like LinkedIn Live, you'd need to currently use something like maybe you could use Ecamm, you can use StreamYard and other tools that are out there. But in terms of other tools that patch in to scrape data or automate any actions, those are explicitly against the professional community policies and the user agreement. You could get your account banned, and if your account is valuable to you, that's the last thing you want to risk. So I would caution anyone not to do that. Don't buy followers. Don't listen to the people who will say join an engagement pod, because those things still exist. You get into an agreement where people will say, I'll post something and you like it, and then you post something and I'll like it, and neither of us have read each other's post. We don't care.
Right.
We're just doing some kind of weird agreement so that we boost our visibility. All of that stuff is against the rules as well. So ethical organic growth is the way it's at. It's not a very sexy message because it means that your growth is probably going to be quite slow, right?
Hmm.
I've been doing that for 6 years now, and I don't have the biggest network in the world, but people do listen to me, and I earn a living off my LinkedIn presence. So it can work. You just need to be a bit patient.
Yeah, and that's the thing, for with a lot of us have been used to, okay, we use hashtags and we use smart hashtags and
Mhm.
we go viral, right? Like we go and there's tons of views. But then on LinkedIn, you is a business platform, so you do have to work differently and you have to be patient, just like you mentioned.
All of the business that I transact on LinkedIn comes about because I'm creating some useful, helpful content. I've got an optimized profile, and then I take that conversation into the direct messages. And this is
Mm.
one of the number one reasons I tell people that LinkedIn company pages, although they feel as though they're professional, you can't direct message a company. You can't build a relationship with a company. You can with an individual. And all of those behind the scenes conversations that you have with people through the DMs, and you can send people videos, you can send people voice notes. There's all sort of good stuff you can do in direct messages on LinkedIn. But the more of those conversations you can keep in the air at the same time, the more likely you are to get direct business or referrals. So just do more of that stuff. No one else is going to be able to see this publicly, but you're doing it behind the scenes. That's really valuable. And also, you mentioned the word community. That's top of mind for me because I run my own. But more and more people are forming small subgroups, small sub communities, because the big social networks in public are massive and they're
Mm.
scary places, and you don't know what the quality of the conversation is going to be like. If you're in a group with 50 people or 100 people, it's much safer, psychologically
Mhm.
safer. You can be bolder, you can learn stuff together. So those communities, I think, are going to start to grow as well. So look for places where you can feel you belong, get emboldened, have more conversations, and that's where you'll get more business from LinkedIn.
Yes, I mean, we heard all of this from who you call yourself the LinkedIn nerd, right? So,
Yeah.
so to close here, the most important things for to summarize it would be for your profiles, commenting on great comments, right? Not just like, oh, this
Yeah.
is great, but just longer comments, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then your profile, your headlines.
Headlines really super important. And then just after that, just get into as many conversations publicly and privately as you can. And that's where the business will come.
Yes, awesome. So, John, thank you so much. This has been incredible. If we have more time, I'm telling you, we will have some great additional questions. But I do would love to know, how did you get started with the LinkedIn nerd and just specializing on LinkedIn alone?
Well, I've been a copywriter for more than 13 years. And during that procedure of trying to find more customers, I got active on LinkedIn. I learned how the platform worked. I started sharing tips to demonstrate my copywriting abilities on LinkedIn. And eventually people were saying, this is really helpful stuff. You should maybe train people on LinkedIn. And that's where it's evolved. So for the past few years, I've been getting more and more into that. In the last year, I got rid of copywriting altogether. So now I'm a full-time LinkedIn consultant, and I run my own community for people who want ongoing help and support and learning and accountability and all that stuff about building a personal brand on LinkedIn.
There we go. Listen, congratulations. That is a lot of work you do to be where you're at right now. You actually had to have your strategy and follow the strategy, right? And be flexible where you
Absolutely.
had to be flexible to be able to be where you're at. So congratulations to you, John.
Very much.
Yeah, so any last minute for closing sharing that you would like to add to what you have already mentioned?
Only to say that I'm trying to live up to my brand of being relentlessly helpful. So if you're watching this right now, anyone can send me a DM on LinkedIn, ask a question. I've probably written a blog or done a video about it, and I'm happy to help anyone who engages in polite, respectful conversation with me. So DM me, ask a question, and I guarantee you'll get a good response.
Aw, thank you so much, John. That's great. All right, John, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, stay tuned. That was, yes, looking and listening to it, I'm like just writing, taking notes here because it was so much. And I love the conversation that we're all having in the chat. Let's pull up some of that because there are some points that John touched on that were great. And I want to know your thoughts on them. Fulgence?
Yeah, no, of course. So especially when you mentioned the some people prefer LinkedIn because of respectful environment. That is
Mm-hmm.
totally true. Yeah, and I like his response in regards to the lengthy comments, and
Yeah.
if it's something that is going to stay like that moving forward, or do you see LinkedIn going towards the short form content and how AI plays a role in that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, and another thing that I really I really liked how John eloquently put it, right? It's like, when if you feel that a post is compelling enough and informational enough for you to share it, add some comment to it, right? Add a little something, add a little personalization to it, not just share it to just share it, right? Because that, as John mentioned, just that does nothing to. It's just, it's like he put it. It's just lazy, right? So let's just share and give props, and point to the original creator.
Hmm.
I mentioned that. So
And also video first, creating profile videos. Tatiana,
yes,
definitely.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. Real conversations. That's exactly right. And the other that I have heard, and this is, I didn't know that LinkedIn actually had this. That people go, okay, you comment on mine and I comment on yours, or you liked mine and I liked yours. I did not know that LinkedIn had it.
Hmm.
I thought that
It's
this was something
everywhere.
that Instagram or Facebook did.
Hmm.
But it's just like if you're not getting something out of something, why even waste time?
Absolutely.
Right?
Kevin Cox says engagement pods don't really have value for anyone involved with any page.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
It's just,
And in regards to LinkedIn auto-generating captions, the
Yes.
latest version of Ecamm Live Beta has a ticker where you can check that off, so you can make sure that Ecamm is, working with LinkedIn to make sure that your captions are working properly.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
that
yes,
is in
yes.
the current beta, ecamm.com/beta. That's ecamm.com/beta.
Yes, and something else that was great, right? About all of us are, or a lot of creators out there are worried about AI generated content, but John makes a great point, right? Video, and that's what we're doing, right? Video. Let's create more videos. And Tatiana, I'm with you. Making shorter videos, especially keeping it to 30 or 60, is hard, but it definitely can be done.
Right.
And it's something that you just get your script and just make it. And trust me, as you guys know, I do talk a lot, but I can make 30-second and 60-second videos. So if I can do it, you can do it, Tatiana, and all of you can. So that was
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, and just taking advantage of the platform. So because Paul mentioned he needs to start taking advantage of LinkedIn. He has over 700 followers on that platform. Yeah, myself included. I have what 1,800 followers there.
they're sleeping.
That are sleeping, and I find that when I am consistent and engaging on LinkedIn, it's very rewarding to me in terms of connections and networking and opportunities. So it's you get back what you put in.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
like anything. And something that everyone, we're gonna share with you here. We're gonna share a link, and then you will have to go to John's page, I believe, to download it. John created this incredible dictionary of LinkedIn terms. LinkedIn is a dictionary of everything you need to know about LinkedIn and what it means, and all of this is
Yeah.
look at
137 definitions. So you need 2 Ecamm coffees to get through this.
you need more than two, but there's everything that you need to know, especially if you are going to be putting some effort in the platform for you to know what the language is. I mean, let's stop right here. When we see first level, second level connection, now we know what that means, right? Because we see it a lot, right?
And it's continuously being updated as well.
Yeah, look at that. And then if we scroll down a little bit more, what was another thing that I saw that I was like, oh, that's what he means? He just
everything is
covered
open.
everything. Adverbs, of
Yeah,
course.
I think I opened everything.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and then he
Well, it's all
puts
in
there
here.
when
This
it's
is the
new.
directory. Yeah.
When it's new, it's an incredible directory. So we're gonna share this link with you, and everyone, if you think that John is just incredible, which we think he is with all the content that he shared, and he actually made himself available. If we have any questions, you can go ahead and DM him. Go ahead and do it. And he posted this on his page as well, but he says that the ones on his website are up to date compared to the blog that he did.
Yeah.
So
Anthony commented that the best point was to surge against AI with live video.
I mean, for real, we agree 100%. But when he said that, I was like, yes, right? And
Yeah. And then that is a good point. Sharing does nothing. Reposting gives visibility back to original posts. I find myself reposting more so than sharing on LinkedIn.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right, Dan. That's exactly what he said. So reposting. But reposting with, and then mention the original
with
post.
And reposting with your own thoughts as well.
Right, yes.
As opposed to just reposting it with no context.
With no context.
Yes.
Because why? Yeah, that's just but that dictionary is just when I saw that I was like, are you kidding me? That's a need that was there, and he filled it.
Started going live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn via Ecamm, but haven't gotten engagement on LinkedIn. Keep at it though. Yes, keep at it.
Keep at it, because it does. I mean, it's just like everything, right? And you have to start. The platform has to trust you, has to know that your content is good for them to refer you, and then your contacts needs to engage with you. Whenever I see your content, Tatiana, I engage with it because it's good, right? It's good. You post some great information, and I love to see you on camera. So I'm like, okay, I react to it, and it's just that's how it builds. So stick with it because LinkedIn is an incredible platform.
Right, and especially Tatiana. Tatiana's somebody who supports other
Creators,
creators and commenting and engaging, so they want to return that and do that for you as well when they see you on LinkedIn. And another great strategy also too is comments within the comments. So let's say you go live and then you have people commenting on your video, then you go back and engage and network with them there. Yeah, on the platform as well to keep it going. And oh my gosh, the visibility just continues to grow. It's not something that is just like overnight and then it's done. You could just continue to get traction for days and days, sometimes weeks.
Yeah. Facebook user, let me see who you are. I'm going to ask the AI to write me 60-second script on specific topic. I mean, like, Fuljens has conversations with AI all the time.
Everyone is doing it now.
Yeah, it's like
Not just me.
Okay, so let's go this because we know that Dan,
Kerwin,
aka Kerwin.
Yeah.
Okay, hi
What's up,
Kerwin. Otherwise known as the Honest Recruiter. He writes, let's put his comment up because Dan is another one who is very active on LinkedIn. He actually was the one who we found John in Google. We were doing a Google search on LinkedIn and he came up and we actually shared one of his posts. And then Dan said, hey, I know him, and he connected us and everything is history. So now he's here. And Dan knows a lot about LinkedIn as well. And he's had a comment here.
Bit of confusion. You can share and include nothing. You can repost, which is literally just putting the original post on your feed. Then there is sharing with commentary, which is considered an original post. So you have actually 3 options.
Okay. See, let's write this down. I mean,
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And the generating leads and things like that, I think just like John mentioned, and we want to know your thoughts. Organic, right? Organic growth. Those are the great conversations. That is what happens when then someone trusts you and trusts what your content. Then they're more apt to do that reposting, do that resharing, do engage with you. But if all of a sudden they see you that you're not active, but you're getting this incredible amount of followers, if somebody, it's not gonna make sense. Yeah. So that was it was great. It's a great, the video engagement and the video posting is, and with Ecamm, everyone. I mean, yes. So.
I can get the Sony.
Oh
AI
my gosh!
I would love one.
You would. He so would. Because I told him that we will get a dog when we are like in our 80s, and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "We do too much. We travel too much. As much as I would love to have a pet, I just can't do it right now. It's a little bit too. It's a little bit too much. It would be a little bit too much. But
it's not gonna be a little too, because I know I'm going to be the one walking, picking up poop, cleaning up pee, feeding it, and all that good stuff. So I'm probably going to be the sole caretaker. But anyway, I digress.
Digress. But this is the little doggy that was it football?
No, that one was cute, but that's not it. This is I just Googled that and it's Aibo. Aibo. Let me see.
Yo, what does it do?
It's an AI dog.
What is it? Oh my God.
Yeah, this is legit right here.
What in the world does he do? That's $3,000.
Let's answer that question, shall we? Develop its own unique, evolving personality through everyday interactions, lifelike expressions, and a dynamic array of natural movements. Oh,
okay, Megan.
It's Megan the dog.
Megan the dog.
It's the dog version of Megan. Oh my gosh. Michael, why'd you have to tell me about this? I'm about to check out some affirm payments. You giving me Robot AI dog gas. Man.
No, you need to get your
Dog.
laptop first.
Right.
But oh, that's great. That's great. Dan, his
Let me check it
LinkedIn
out.
2002 generated over 6 million views of posts. Yeah. Yes, it is. I agree. Very, very rewarding. And you get
I'm just sorry. The dog just peed on the couch or fake peed on the
what did it pee?
it lifted its leg in the video and it like fake peed on the
Oil?
nothing. Look, it's just lifting its leg.
Oh. Listen, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah, things are gonna. I don't know if you guys watch that movie, Megan, but I mean, AI is gonna do its thing. AI is gonna do its thing, and as always, there is a good side and a bad side, and they're both gonna be out there, right? They're both gonna be out there, so we're going to be enjoying both ends of it because both are gonna come, right? It's like Megan was supposed to be a good, and this little doggy is supposed to be good, but what if the dog gets some bad coding? Some bad code or something in his learning.
We will not engage in conspiracy theories tonight.
Yes, well, I'm just saying. But speaking of fun things, everyone, let's do a trivia. Fuljens has a trivia for us, and he actually went pretty tight. So everyone, stay tuned for this. This is going to be for a $25 gift certificate to the Ecamm merch store. There's some incredible merch in there, but our favorite one, biasly speaking, is the E&N coffee because it's incredible coffee. And but you can get some t-shirts, you can get hoodies, you can get different things and represent the Ecamm Fam. You can, once you get your merch, you can take a picture and post it in the community, and you will also, if you hashtag Ecamm Fam, you will be featured in the Ecamm Live webpage. So just as soon as you get your merch, go ahead and take your picture and show your swag off. So this is it. Fuljens Henry.
All right. So in commemoration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we have some MLK trivia. And this is MLK Quiz Ninja. Yes, Quiz Ninja is back. All right. And the rules are process of elimination. The first 2 correct answers that we find on round 1 are going to advance to round 2. Let me bring this volume down a little bit. Once again, the first 2 correct answers in round 1 will advance to round 2. Ready?
Let's do it.
What was the name of the famous speech that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave in front of the United Nations in New York City in 1967? I've been to the mountaintop, I have a dream, or the World House?
Time is up.
Yes.
This is an electro relaxing song.
Right?
Ten
30
seconds.
seconds. 15 seconds. Told you this was very tricky.
It was very tricky. Very tricky.
Very tricky. And the correct answer is the World House. That is the World House. That was the speech that MLK gave in front of the United Nations in New York City in 1967. That was the World House.
The World House.
Yes.
Wow. So long ago, and still, I love it that it just keeps, the history keeps coming, and it just keeps evolving and taking pieces of that and applying it to the still now. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really tricky. That was really tricky. Everybody, right? I have a dream. I have a dream because
Yeah.
that was his thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Paul says, I Had a Dream was in 1963.
Look at that, Paul. Hey, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Tatiana, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Dan, I was like, man, I wonder if Dan's gonna get this because the shows you produce are a lot of about that. Okay, nobody got that one, yeah.
Yes, Gretchen. Right. And then this is the speech in front of the United Nations. Yes. 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 So there were some clues in there that it was not I Had a Dream. Paul says, no one won. I get the prize. Not so fast, Uncle
Oh
Paul.
my gosh! All right, so we do the second.
Yes. All right. So
Get ready.
it's still tricky, but good luck to everybody. So we're gonna go into round two of Quiz Ninja. Round two.
Hey,
What was the name of the city where Dr. Martin Luther King led a boycott of the buses in 55 to 56?
ooh.
The name of the city where he led a boycott of the buses. What's up? Curran is on the YouTube side now.
He's like, bye Facebook.
Right. Want my name to show up, dang it. Montgomery, Selma, or Birmingham?
Somebody's like, this reminds me of Rocky.
Yeah. Nice 80s vibes. Ten seconds. All right.
Okay.
The correct answer is Montgomery.
Yay.
Montgomery. Kevin Cox and Kerwin, you're going to battle it out in the next round. Kevin Cox and Kerwin. Kerwin, you came into YouTube just in time.
Just in time.
Just in time. Yes, it is Montgomery. So now Kevin and Kerwin are moving to the next round. And if necessary, there will be a tiebreaker, but this is the round. And whoever gets this answer correctly, Kevin or Kerwin, will win $25 gift card to merch.
But first, you gotta say it like the game that you play. But he says when it's round two, go. So you say it with that voice, and then we go to it.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Got
Here
it.
we go.
All right, so that was Montgomery. Round three. Text. What was the name of the organization that Martin Luther King Jr. helped to found in 1957? Is it NAACP, SCLC, or CORE? Kerwin, Kevin, let's go.
Just let your soul glow.
Mess up the Quiz Ninja
It's
theme
almost
song.
like that.
Leave the Quiz Ninja theme song as the way it is. All right? No remix allowed.
Okay. All right. And we
Woo.
have a winner.
Yes, the correct answer is the organization that Martin Luther King founded in 1957 is the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC for short. Congratulations, Kevin Cox.
Congratulations.
You are the winner.
Of $25 gift card to the Ecamm merch store. So you just have to send an email to marketing@ecamm.com marketing@ecamm.com, and you will get your gift card. You can go to the merch store and buy cool stuff.
Yes.
And like Paul mentioned, there's some perks as well, so you can maximize your gift card.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so great.
The stage direction for real.
Wait, there was a
And,
question from Tatiana.
Yes. Tatiana had asked earlier, can you guys share the Q-colon? Can you guys share the Genially template you use, please? Yes, absolutely. We'll share that with you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That is incredible. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. This has been a fun and educational night. Hopefully, you will apply all of the great techniques and tips that John shared with us to our LinkedIn profiles, as well as, some of them, the videos. So we can just create our video on our profile video. So he mentioned, right, the headline. So the first 40 characters to say exactly what you are right away, exactly who you are, what you do, and then follow up by your video, your introductory video. Right? We got to do that.
Yes.
And
Video
that's
first.
like what, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, just saying who you are,
Yep.
how to pronounce your name, right?
Yep.
That would be a great stuff.
I think I have my pronunciation there. At least I have that part.
And
You have one?
Me, no.
No?
No, I don't have it, but I'm definitely going to, because LinkedIn is I feel like, I'm not sure if you feel that way or if you guys feel that way. I feel like LinkedIn is just coming out now, right? So if you get,
Yeah.
so if you get stuck in it now, right? When the shorts are getting relevant now, as John mentioned, it would be even more. You will get even more visible, and it will be even better, the content for your followers. So that's something that we're gonna definitely get.
Absolutely.
We should do a challenge to get your video profile by next
Probably
Monday.
be part of the next Ecamm LinkedIn week.
Right.
Those
That's
challenges.
true. Yeah. That would be awesome. So Mr. Fulgenator, any last minute? Did we Oh, next week we are going to have an incredible giveaway. You guys stay tuned. Check this out. Fuljens.
We are going to have Derek Floyd from IK Media here with us, spending time with the Ecamm Fam live tomorrow, Monday, next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in Ecamm. And we have a special giveaway, so make sure you are there for that.
Yes.
That's next Monday.
That's next Monday. It's going to be a special giveaway. So for real, show up, tell your friends to come over. There's going to be some teaching as well as an incredible giveaway. And it's not Ecamm merch.
Yes.
FYI. Yes. Okay, everyone. So I love the connections that happen here. I love Paul. Do send down an email or a DM or direct message. Dan is the man. He has a lot of great information as well. And as you guys heard, John Esperian, who was our guest today, he also said he's open if you have any questions regarding LinkedIn and you engage in meaningful conversations to reach out to him.
Yep.
And he has a great community as well. And he, is great stuff.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I second that. So everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. My name is Ana Gil.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
And you're watching Ecamm Network News. We will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And this Friday for Building Blocks. Peace.